This is the Techlite Lumen Master. And if you were shopping for this, you would definitely find it at Costco. Where else could you find it? I don't know, Costco.com maybe. Probably not though, I haven't found it there. But a lot of you guys have Costco memberships. I do, and I think it's an awesome store. And you know, the fact that they sell this is pretty cool. Now, yeah, it's just kind of a cheap light, or it seems that way at first. It's the price on this, or the price that I got it for, was 2 for $20. Some of you have seen it on sale for 2 for $15. Lucky. I didn't find it for that, but if I do, I'll probably pick up another set. Yeah, it came in a package of 2, and it's got a lot of great features considering the price. What did I say? 20 bucks? It really does have quite a few good features for that price. First off, we'll talk about the power you need to get this thing going. Tail cap there. You've got 3 AAA batteries, okay, inside this neat little compartment, container type of thing that allows you to actually give power to the light. It is water resistant to how deep? What does it say? Well, it didn't say how deep, but it says it's water resistant. Look at that. See that red light? That basically lets you know that you just put batteries in. I don't know what else that's for. So yeah. The reason I'm talking about this light first is because it's the highest value of all the lights that I have. And value meaning best bang for your buck. Let's put it that way. There are other lights here on the table that are much nicer, much less nice, very, very durable and very old and proven. But this one, I think, is about the best you can get for the money you're going to pay. And that's why I bought it. And in fact, I bought 4 of them. And they're in drawers and backpacks and kits, like I said. So it's got this low battery indicator here on the back. You'll get a red light there just like you saw before. And that will indicate that you have low battery situation going on. Replace the batteries. What else has it got? Electronic optimizer, which is essentially what you find on the Phoenix LD10, which means that it's continuous output. When you put those batteries in there, it will give you the same amount of light as long as possible. It will keep chugging away and pulling the same amount of juice out of those batteries until there's not enough juice left to continue the output, and then it will just shut off. So that's a very cool feature in my opinion. And as long as you've got backup batteries, yeah, it's good stuff. If you don't have backup batteries, well, be prepared for this thing to just shut off on you. You know, whereas with the Maglite, let's say, when the batteries get low, the light gets dim. And it gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until there's no light left. And that's how you know the batteries are going dead, because the light is just continuously getting dimmer. So it will continue to give you light for a very long time, but that light goes way down. Whereas with something like this, it does not continue to give you light for as long of a time. It gives you the same amount of output for a fairly good amount of time. High and low beam. Pretty cool stuff. I'm going to roll into this some sample beams, some samples of what these beams look like and what they look like compared to the other lights, and then I'll come back to the tape. Okay, here we go with the Techlite Lumen Master from Costco. A very affordable light. Right here, this is actually low beam, and I'm putting an annotation what that beam is in lumens. Now it also goes up to high, and I'll give you the annotation for how many lumens that is, and also strobe. Now compared to the Phoenix LD10, this is low mode, which is 9 lumens. Bump that up to the next mode, which is 47 lumens. The mode after that, which is 97 lumens. Let's make sure, 94 lumens. And then you can, the mode above that, oh, these look nearly identical actually. This is low mode for the Techlite Lumen Master, and now it's in high mode. So very comparable, I'd say, pretty comparable spots. You can see that the Phoenix is a far more defined and refined spot, whereas the Lumen Master is a little bit more muddy, but it's there. It works. Okay, now we brought it back down to 9 lumens, and then we'll crank it to turbo, like so. Turbo on the Phoenix is 120 lumens. After you bump it off of, tap it on the back once to move into strobe. Now this is a very important, this is a good comparison to make right now. As you see, this is strobe for the Phoenix LD10. Yeah, let's show you now strobe for the Techlite Lumen Master. You can see the difference. There's regular, and there's the Techlite's version of strobe. So the big difference there is that this strobe on the Techlite Lumen Master is a bit slower in RPMs, or lights per minute, LPMs, I don't know what you call that, blinks per minute, BPMs. No, BPMs is something else. So yeah, Phoenix, so much faster that you can barely tell that it's blinking on film. And the Techlite Lumen Master is much slower. I feel like the faster Phoenix is probably more disorienting. You can be the judge of that. If you have more information that studies science that says no, a slower beam is more disorienting, go ahead and chime in. But I'm going to go ahead and say that the faster beam is more disorienting. It is to me, man. That's putting me in a trance right now. Here again is the cheap eBay flashlight compared to the Techlite Lumen Master. Blows it away. The cheap light from eBay, I'm thinking is somewhere in the 5 to 6 lumens range, and again it's just single mode. This thing is supposed to have adjustable focus, but it doesn't adjust very far, so I don't even play with it. I kind of twisted it till I got something that I like, and I just left it there. I'm not going to bother with it any further. It's also supposed to have a momentary switch, but that momentary switch doesn't really work like I would think it ought to. Momentary switch, in my opinion, means you kind of hold that down a little bit and it goes on, then you let it go. You know, kind of instant like, you know. Whereas this, the momentary switch means you hold it down and then it comes on. It like waits a second and then you let it go. Okay, well that's cool, but I'd really like to just kind of be able to depress it a little bit and get that light right away, rather than 1,000, light 1,000. You know what I mean? What's the point of that? So it's not my favorite momentary switch. It's supposed to be shockproof up to 1 meter, and I've seen some neat tests online where people throwing these around in rooms on concrete floors, and they held up just fine. So I'm not going to do that to these lights because I've seen it done to others, and I imagine this one would pass that test just as well. Also, it's fairly lightweight and fairly compact. 4 to 5 ounces, you know, that works for me. I'm not upset about that. This very cheap eBay light comes in around 2 ounces. At least I'm going to put it at that. And would I like this one to be that light? I don't think it could be. You know, honestly, at about 4 or 5 ounces, it's about as light as I need it to be for the application that I put it in, which is hiking, camping, and emergency kits, and also emergency household use. You know, this has been used for that for a very long time, this mag light. And it's, I don't know, 3 pounds or something. So kind of gotten used to the big heavy stuff, so I don't mind this. So this is video number 1 in the series on lights. It's not going to be a very long series, but I hope you're interested in it. I think lighting products, like I said before, man-made light is pretty important stuff. Having some decent lighting tools are kind of important, kind of crucial to your preparedness. I'm the Late Boy Scout, encouraging you to get familiar with some lighting technology and brighten up your life. Thanks.